Buenos días a todos y bienvenidos un día más al canal de Arlequina Lunática. Hoy estamos aquí de nuevo con A Vampire Story. Vamos a continuar la historia de Mona y vamos a ver cómo intentamos escapar de este castillo y ayudar a nuestra querida amiga que no acepta que es vampira a poder volver al lugar donde ella quiere. Así que vamos a cargar la partida y vamos para allá. Vale, nos quedamos aquí. Aquí están los ataúdes. Aquí hay un hombre de arcilla sin cabeza. Máquina de exprimir. La dama de hierro. Vamos a examinarla.
It's some sort of torture device.
Hombre,
It
ya
looks
te
like
digo.
my aunt votre mère.
Oh, su tía. ¿Y si lo abrimos?
Definitely don't want to see what is in there.
Oh, man, I do. Come on, Mona, please.
No, Froderick. It will be filled with some gruesome, gory scenes that will haunt my nightmares for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
Forget it.
El vampirito tiene sus narices, Vale, pues vamos a hablar con ella, a ver si podemos. Sí, podemos. A lo mejor tiene
hello
algo dentro.
Well, hello there, dearie. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, you can talk.
Oh, don't be frightened, my dears. I won't harm you.
Vale, pues ¿quién es
Who
usted?
are you?
My name is Barbara, although my friends call me Barb.
Vale, se llama
Get it,
Bárbara.
Barb?
Yeah, I think we get it. Bob, as in a sharp metal device that slowly and painfully rends flesh as it gets pushed into some poor bastard's body? That's downright hilarious. Well, maybe that guy doesn't find it so funny.
Oh, just ignore him. I mean that.
Vale, además de torturar a la gente, ¿qué más haces por aquí abajo?
Aside from torturing people, what do you do down here?
Well, I'm actually the torture chamber stenographer. It's my job to record what's being said down here when Shrowdy or the Baroness are, in a serious discussion with her, guests.
Hablando seriamente, Hablando seriamente con sus huéspedes. A ver, me interesa saber quiénes eran los invitados de los que nos habla.
Who is he? Guess you speak of?
The Baroness would search all over the world for priests and scholars, or even wizards and witches, and invite them to stay at the castle, all expenses paid.
Let me guess. She slipped them a Mickey, and instead of the spa, they ended up down here.
Right. Then she would ask me to take down everything I heard for future reference. When she was done, some went into the pit, and a few she took somewhere else. Maybe another dungeon somewhere. I don't know. As you can imagine, I don't get around much.
Vale, esto es interesante. A ver... ¿Y qué has oído? ¿Podrías decírnoslo?
What kind of stuff have you heard? Could you tell us?
Oh, sure. I don't think that would harm anything. I like to think of myself as an open book. And speaking of books, that's what the Baroness would usually be asking about. Shrowdy, on the other hand, he usually didn't ask anything at all.
Vale. ¿Por qué es que Shrowdy, como se diga, era muy tímido? El bajito, vamos.
Why? Was Shrowdy too shy?
No, too sadistic. The one
Demasiado
fellow over
sádico.
there without his head, Shrowdy really went after. That's right around the time when the Baroness disappeared. Curious thing about that guest.
What?
He didn't bleed at all. Shrowdy took one whack at his head and it fell on the floor and shattered like a Ming vase. Very, very odd. Even for around here.
Vale. ¿Libro? ¿Qué libro?
Book? What book?
Oh, yes. The Book of Shrouds was always the topic of discussion for the Baroness. It was mostly various priests, scholars, magicians, historians, and, holy men that the Baroness would bring down here. She was definitely trying to extract knowledge from them about that book.
Vale. ¿Cuándo vio a la baronesa por última vez?
When was the last time you saw the Baroness?
She was torturing that headless man over there several years ago. After After she got the information she wanted, she left the castle in a hurry and never returned.
Vale, ¿ha memorizado la sesión previa a la desaparición de la baronesa?
Do you have the session memorized right before the Baroness left?
Yes, let me see. I believe I have it here. It's been a few years. Oh. Here I go. Man from Cabal. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It hurts so much. Ah, I can't take it. Ah.
Do you think you could skip ahead a little bit to where he was actually talking?
Yes, of course. Man from Cabal. Yes, I have the tome you're looking for. It will give you all the secrets to unlocking the book. Baroness, tell me where it is or I'm going to shove this hot poker.
Oh my! Could we please, skip ahead a little bit more?
Que no quieren
Oh,
escuchar los
certainly.
detalles
Man from
escabrosos.
Cabal. The tome is in my camp, buried at the base of a large oak tree near the Vargo Pass crossroads. Baroness, you'd better not be lying to me or when I return you will feel pain as you have never felt it before. Huh. After that, the Baroness disappeared. A few days later, Shrowdy came downstairs screaming about a trap. He took an axe and tried to chop the poor fellow's head off. But when the head rolled off, there was no blood. It wasn't a man at all. It was some kind of talking clay statue or some such.
I think it's called a clay
Un
golem.
golem.
How do you know about that?
Used to play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. The clay golem
Dragones y
dropped a lot of
petardos
loot,
en vez
and
de
were pretty
dragones y
aggro.
mazmorras.
I should have known. Bob, please go on.
Apparently, somebody was laying a trap for the Baroness. And it must have worked, for she never returned.
What did Shrowdy do after that?
I believe he searched frantically for months, but he didn't find a single trace of her at Vargo Pass or anywhere else in Draxylvania. Poor little monster. He lost his mommy so young. He was devoted to her, you know. He got lonely and left on holiday soon after that. He came back occasionally with a new female companion, but he seemed to grow tired of each one after a time. Then off he would go again.
Hey, Mona, that may explain why you're here.
Yes, from what I've seen, he likes you best of them so far. Maybe it's because you look so much like her.
Like whom?
Oh, his mother, the Baroness, of course.
Ok. Vale. ¿Y qué era esa cábala de la que nos ha hablado?
What was this cabal you mentioned?
I don't know, but I do recall they all seemed to wear a belt that had a gold circle with a star in the middle and an eye in the middle of the star. The Baroness seemed to really, give them special attention.
Vale. ¿Qué le pagan por ser una dama de hierro? Esto ya por curiosidad.
What does being an Iron Maiden pay?
Pay? Oh no, I have to do this. I'm not sure why. Torturing people does seem horrible and just downright unfriendly and all, but we all have to follow the paths our creators have laid down for us. My path in this life is to slowly squeeze the life out of people and record their thoughts on the matter. Simple, true, but still rewarding.
¿Gratificante? ¿En qué sentido?
Settle down, or Mama isn't going to be happy.
¿Cómo es que nunca había tenido el placer de hablar con usted?
How come we have never had the pleasure of talking before?
Well, the Baroness and later Shrowdy always told me never to talk to strangers or any guests. But now that they're both gone, I just feel free to talk to you for some reason.
Vale. ¿Y cómo es que
How
puede
are you
hablar?
able to talk?
Oh, for the longest time I was scrap metal from a wrecked ship, the SS Woebegone, out of Lake Superior. Then I was sold to Acme Toys, Tools, and Torture Devices in Port Varda. There I was forged and cast and shipped here. Then one Christmas Eve, the Baroness made a wish upon a bright star that I would come to life. And what do you know? A magical fairy came down and granted her wish, and that is how I came to life.
Are you sure that's the way it happened?
Pretty sure.
No creo yo que fuese así, pero bueno. Bueno, será mejor que nos vayamos. Ha sido un placer hablar con usted.
Well, I better be going. It's been very nice talking with you.
You too. Shh, hush. Bye-bye.
Perfecto. Muy bien, pues vamos a ver el ataúd.
It's my bed.
You mean it's your coffin, right?
Oh, Frederick, you and your vampire obsession. It's my bed, nothing more.
You say tomato, I say tomato. You say bed, I say it's a velvet-lined pine box that corpses sleep in. I call that a coffin.
I still say it's my bed. And come to think of it, I really need to wash my sheets. For some reason, each morning when I wake up, I am laying on a pile of dirt.
I'm no expert, but I think the dirt is something you vampire types need for some reason. Something about a grave. I swear I read that somewhere.
I'm no vampire, so I won't be needing this dirt.
Vale.
I don't need to be dragging my bed.
Coffin.
I'm going to ignore that. Anyway, I don't need my bed right now, but it's good to know that it's here in case I need it later.
Vale. Cama anotada. Fuente extraña. ¿Podemos hablar con la fuente?
Hello, Mr. Fountain. How are you doing today?
I think he said, I'd love to chat with you, but it's hard to speak with a high-pressure jet of water emanating from my mouth.
I can imagine. I wonder if there's a way to turn it off somehow.
There aren't any valves to shut off the water that I can see. Maybe they're somewhere else.
¿Podemos examinar?
It's a rather bizarre-looking fountain.
Is it just me, or is that fountain actually wearing sunglasses?
Well, maybe he's cool. Because when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day. Unless you're a vampire, of course. Then the sun shines on you only once, and you burst into flames.
Vale, ¿podemos pillar las gafas esas o lo que sea?
As this is a torture chamber and all, I think I'm just going to keep my hands to myself.
Vale, a ver. Vamos a echar un vistazo aquí al hombre de barro.
It's some sort of fake man thing. I don't know what it is, but it looks like maybe it was made out of clay.
Poor fellow. He really lost his head. I think he's a magically created golem. Somebody made him and sent him here for a reason.
La razón era engañarlos. O sea, no hay más.
He looks too heavy to carry around.
Vale.
Excuse me, by any chance, do you know how to ride a horse and throw a pumpkin?
Vamos a inspeccionar el ataúd del amigo.
It's Shrowdy's coffin. I can't believe we sleep in the same room.
Separate coffins, at least. Sometimes you need to look on the bright side of things.
No se puede abrir.
It won't budge. The coffin has some kind of combination lock on the side of it. A lady never spits on things, but believe me, I'm tempted.
Escupir, es que me encanta. Y esto, caja llena de tierra.
I think we all know what that is.
Sí, todos sabemos lo que es. ¿Puedes pillarla?
No way! Too heavy.
Vale. No me digas que podemos hablar con las ratas también.
Eek! Rats!
You mean Frankie and the gang? Nah, don't worry about him, Mona. That rat pack is a bunch of good fellas.
Well, if you say so. Those are some rats inhabiting the crypt. Hello?
Hey, hello there yourself, dollface. How you doing today?
Who are you?
My name is Frank, although my friends call me Frankie. I'm here with my associates, Sammy, Joey, and Dean. We've been living in this castle for quite some time. You might say we manage the neighborhood.
Interesante, ¿eh?
How you doing, Frankie?
Hey, look, yous guys, it's the Frodemeister. I told you about him. This crazy guy could do things with his calcar that would make your head spin. You still do that trick, eh, Frody?
Oh, no, Frankie. I've sort of stopped doing stuff like that. I'm laying off the vino now, staying clean, if you know what I mean.
Forget about it. Yo, hey, sorry to hear about the thing with Rocco. You know, he's still looking for you. He and the Belfry boys are still pretty steamed up. You better make it right, and soon. Capiche?
And what about you? Looks like you got yourself a full-on rat pack.
Don't be a wise guy. You're trying to be some kind of comedian or something?
Nah, I really think of myself as more of a short, one-eyed song and dance man.
Please forgive him.
Yeah, forget about it.
Do you and your
¿Conoces tú y tus socios
know the layout of the
la
castle?
distribución del castillo?
My associates and I use the old plumbing running through the castle to get from room to room. They pretty much have to run of the place, with the exception of the kitchen.
Why can't you go into the kitchen?
Well, the Baroness's cat hangs out in there. She's taken down a lot of my soldiers. Just the other day, she whacked my cousin Jimmy the Rat Carboni.
Not the most inventive nickname I've ever heard.
What are you gonna do? It's a popular name. Everybody wants it. So what am I gonna do?
¿Cómo es que no te he conocido antes?
Well, your master Baron Shrowdy wasn't too fond of us. So we laid low until we heard from Edgar the Raven that Shrowdy got whacked. Did you order that hit?
What? Me? No! I didn't even know you could order a hit. Or I might have been tempted to order one sooner.
And I've heard you singing, too. It's nice, but a bit overwhelming and loud. You need to learn to control it better so you don't blow away your audience.
Gee, thanks. Opera tips from a rat.
An Italian rat? If we Italians know anything,
Rata
it's
italiana.
opera. You're good. You just need some coaching.
Do you know the combination to Shroudy's coffin?
¿Conocéis la combinación
we
del
never
ataúd?
did try to steal his combo. He never had anything we wanted to borrow. But I bet Ozzy over at the water pool or Big Bad Barb over here saw something. Why not ask them?
Okay, I will. Thanks.
Hey, anything for you, dollface. You got any more questions for Papa Frankie over here?
Sí, el tema de cañerías. Espérate.
You guys use the pipes, right? We might need some plumbing help.
Yeah, we know this castle's plumbing like the back of our claws.
Do you guys know how to turn off the fountain over there?
Well, we might be able to do that for you. For a price?
Always a price with these guys. Ever heard of altruism?
Yeah, my grandmother had that. Her shaking got so bad we eventually had to hand feed her. This was just before that pie-whacker son of a... got her. So, what about it?
Oh, never mind. What do you want this time?
Well, nothing in particular. Just trade us something of value and we'll fix your pipes. No problem. I'll get Remy the Ratfink to do it for you if we can drag him away from that stupid cookbook he found.
Fine. We'll think of something.
Yeah, you do that. Anything else?
No, that is enough.
Hey, I can never get enough of talking to you, honey pie.
Vale, hay que darles algo.
Bob over there mentioned something about a magic book the Baroness was interested in. Are you familiar with that?
How could we not be? It's all the Baroness ever screamed about while she was torturing the poor bastard she brought down here.
You mind telling me about it?
Well, that depends. That's where my memory enters what you call a gray area.
Este le pone precio a todo, macho.
Oh, great.
Navy blue. But it might get a little more beige if you do us a solid.
What is it you want us to do so that you'll tell us about the book?
We need you to hit somebody for us, and it needs to be a real message job. Hi, Wacket, the Baroness's cat lives near the kitchen. You take her out, and maybe we can do some business.
You want me to kill a defenseless little kitty?
Defenseless, my... She's 20 pounds of pure feline killing machine. She's too much for any of my capos to handle. We even brought in a specialist from Sicily. After Pie-Wacket was finished with him, all that was left was a single foot.
I guess this Pie-Wacket likes Italian.
You take care of this little problem for us and bring a collar as proof the deed was done. We'll tell you what you need to know to get to the Book of Shrouds. I will tell you this much. To find the Book of Shrouds, you're going to have to gain access to the Baroness's secret laboratory, which is only accessible through the library. Now that's all I'm gonna tell you until you bring me the
Vale,
cat's
aquí hay
collar.
muchas cosas que hacer.
Fine. Kill a defenseless little kitten and bring back the collar as proof.
That's it? You have any more questions for me, sweet cheeks?
Yo no quiero matar a ninguna gata.
Au revoir.
Vale, vámonos. A ver si se puede... Creo que se puede bajar aquí abajo, ¿no? A ver. Sí. Vale, y esto, antorcha encendida. ¿Puedo pillarla?
If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not set myself on fire.
Vale, no, pero esta de aquí seguramente sí.
This might come in handy, but I'm not carrying it around. I'll keep it in mind.
Vale, lo va a tener en cuenta. Aquí todo lo tiene en cuenta. Y esto, ventana al infierno.
That's strange. I never realized the castle
Segundo
had a
sótano.
sub-basement. It looks a little hot in there.
Who's that mean-looking dude with the pitchfork? And who is that standing next to him?
You mean the guy with the stupid look on his face and the name tags that says, "My name is George"? I have no idea.
Vale, muy bien. Han quedado fenomenal. Y esto... Vale, vamos a intentar abrirlo. Pues no, no puede. ¿Qué me
It's
cuentas?
stuck. The hinges appear to be rusted shut. I won't be able to open this up until the hinges are working.
Vale. Bueno, pues vamos a ir dejándolo por aquí. Espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Próximamente traeré más. La verdad es que me gustan los diálogos, me gusta todo lo que tenemos que hacer. El juego, la verdad que tenía muy buena pinta y sigue teniendo muy buena pinta. Así que espero que lo disfrutéis tanto como yo. Y como no, os mando a todos vosotros un gran saludo desde aquí. Espero que os haya gustado y hasta la próxima.